Good evening, everybody. Welcome. This is Dr. Rao. How are you all? People on the Noom Vibe, people on the other places, you know, Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, and LinkedIn. So this is more like a informational and news-like post, like video. I like to come online and then announce these things when I do special programs. There was a question in Clubhouse from a friend of mine, as he had an encounter with his physician. He went to the physician and he diagnosed to me having some diabetes, I believe. And he asked him, can I ask AI to help me with questions that I should ask on this, in this disease, so that I can come back and talk to you in depth. And he said, no, you have to ask me right now, So he had that question he was asking. So my response was, you should really ask AI, reputable AI, and then prepare yourself about information about the disease, about what the course of disease, what complications you may have, and what are the things that you should check, and what should be monitored. All that. See, I'm for people taking self-responsibility and educating themselves, or really getting awareness of their problems and where they are, what could be anticipated as much as possible. And that way you are ready. So I'm for self-responsibility and self-empowerment of your health and wellness. So not only now, even when the internet was there in 1990s, when I first came to Iowa, I was with that spirit because I came from New York, where New York, we were already looking at the internet and all that. But I wanted them to be careful about where they are getting the information from. And there's nothing harm to educate yourself about what's going on. And then check with your provider if you want confidence, if you want really somebody whom you have confidence is also verifying that information. But extending your thought, informing yourself at various medical journal abstracts and all that, it's not a bad thing at all. Actually, you should be doing that. I encouraged even when the internet searches were there, but then now I am encouraging them use the AI in a responsible way, in a way that they could really help themselves, right? So I thought I will do a webinar on this topic. So I scheduled it for next Saturday, which I do at 9 o'clock, So I'm just informing all of you that I'll be doing this webinar on how to use AI in your health journey, not just to know, but also to monitor your problems, also to look for, correct care and verifying that, and also really educate yourself about the whole illness. See, it's much better for you to know one disease rather than multiple diseases like we are supposed to do. That's fine. So lots of times that's a good thing. I even encouraged online forums for particular diseases so that people can go and get support. So this is all about patient advocacy, patient empowerment, and enlightenment of the patients about the health system and what are the things that are deficient or that are very good with our regular health system, where it has got a very good place, where it has got lot to desire for, right? So all that is important, even to navigate the health system, the insurance companies, the pharmaceutical companies, and the revenue structure of the insurance companies, and also the reimbursement and the free care and international care, so many aspects of healthcare. I like to educate my patients, which I have been doing all my life. Okay, so that is how you do the AI. I, for myself, have been with AI for the last few months, and I've learned a lot. Write books. I kind of write articles. I write off my uh, my blogs, and I can also investigate general uh, issues of life. And sometimes I kind of investigate ancient wisdom also. So see, these LLMs, we call large language models, they are fed into our internet material of maybe several hundreds of years of data, right? No one person can go to that. Um, the reality is that your cognitive part of the mind is going to be replaced by the AI. So you're much more than that. Cognition is only one tool of yours. So don't identify with it and use a better second brain or cognitive part of you from the AI. You are going to get benefited a lot by assigning or delegating to it some tasks that you will not be able to do. But you can do the deep research in chat GPT, cloud, or grok, or meta, any of these AI systems. You can do deep research, right? Perplexity is a very good research tool, and you can do a lot of deep research on that. Then you'll have much better research, and also the sources are there, and you go and check the sources are proper or not. They have the stamp of the PubMed and other public resources, so that you can trust that material. Or you can question that material with your provider too, and the provider usually can refer if he doesn't know, and then he can go and look it up and then tell you whether it has enough studies, enough data that rectifies that. So that's a good thing. So here I am announcing that webinar, and you could see the link in my profiles very soon, maybe tomorrow, and you can sign up and then come and attend the 9 o'clock, and you will get a lot of material than what I am discussing. It is only announcing it. But once you are there, you will get a lot more information. Okay. So any questions here, you can come up and talk to me, and that will be good. See, the technology should be really helping us. Very soon, AGI comes, the AI will take over a lot of things, right? But if you can enroll yourself into learning this new technology, which I've been doing last maybe 1 year or so, and that is really gave me an idea about where the technology is going. My interest is what is the effect of AI on our mind, on our brain, our attention, and how is this going to really accelerate our quality of work, and whatever we want to really do mundane, they can be taken. That much I can vouch for is a lot of mundane things that I used to do take a lot of time, and that is kind of cut down to the minimum. Suppose I was working like 4 hours on an article, now I can do it within 15 minutes. That's a drastic thing. So what it did was it kind of liberated me to pursue what I am interested in. Like I go out for a walk on the nature, or go out and explore spiritual matters, study some things that interest me and all that. And also a lot of people ask me, questions because they're in a quandary. So this material can be very good for the deep research I talked about. So some of them may not be there, but then, for example, somebody is doing organic farming, and they want to know what is a thing, then I could research much quicker than the Google or old-fashioned way, but then now it is done much, much faster, right? Definitely, that is a definite saving the time and energy and money, right? So I am delighted about it, and also I went and there was free courses that were happening with the AI people. So I follow certain kind of AI far more than enthusiasts. They are like a profession, like they're taken and they're doing the doing all the research much better. So I keep abreast of what is happening in terms of developments in AI. What kind of new things have come? What is the OpenAI doing? What is Microsoft doing? What is Facebook doing? And like that. But also, what are these people who are following this very number of programs are doing? And then they usually filter out, and then they bring what is the important thing for us. Okay. So there is one called AI for business. That is something I kind of pay attention to. I should pay more attention than I'm doing, but because I get a lot out of them. Then I actually use the programs. For example, Perplexity, Claude. If you use those two, you'll be benefited quite a lot. You can do Chat GPT, and also you can do a lot of graphics also on Chat GPT now. See, so that kind of keeping up with what is happening in there, I follow certain people. That's very easy. But then when it comes to applying these apps, so there are so many you can do according to what you are doing. So mine is more like a speaking and also writing, right? And so I do all that. And then I mean, I have to do design. I also make videos of my message, and then I use the faceless videos, and they're much easier to. But then I go pretty deep. So some of the tapes and all that are not for everybody, only for the people who are interested in deep spiritual matters, because I relate with them, and that is fine. So, all in all, patient care wise, many of the patients require more awareness and education of their condition. Or, suppose like a COVID. I'm going to give a lecture on next Sunday night on the clubhouse at 8 p.m. Central Time. I live in Iowa, so Central Time. Uh, what I'm going to do is I'm going to explore why COVID is seem to be coming back, and how to deal with the recurrence of this COVID if you should be in your community significantly, and then understand what is the strain or what is the virulence of it, and how quickly it can be contacted, and all those details, and also the number of cases that are happening, all that. But apart from that, how you should respond to the COVID recurrence. And if you should be all having already long COVID, that's 3 months after the diagnosis, still having the COVID, and the sequelae, complications, like you have so many problems. People had strokes, people had heart attack, and irregular rhythms, and so many things. Lack of sleep, and then this brain fog, lack of memory. All these things happen to people because it is forming some micro thrombi, that is small clots that are happening in several organs, and they are having kidney failure, things like. So these people suffer quite a lot. Some people are suffering even after a couple of years with the COVID. So how do you deal with long COVID? And that is kind of, I give my own type of taking care of our inner resilience. And then I'm going to show them exercise wise, and then nutrition wise, and also how to have the deep breathing and deep sleep, and also resting not only the body but the mind, how that rest helps you to develop the inner resilience much better, so that you can fight any infection, not only COVID. Okay, that's what I'm going to talk about. But a lot of deep research I can do on the AI, and bring the valid information to my benefit of my audience, right? That's what I'm going to do on next Sunday, June, I think, Monday morning is going to be Indian time, but that's June 8th. But actually, for us, June 7th, Sunday night. Okay, so you can look forward to that if you are interested. So not only COVID, but other infections are going to happen. It's not a question of when, but they are going to happen for sure. And then you can anticipate that, and also get ready not only this infection but other infections with my proactive wellness, where we kind of teach people how to develop immunity, how to develop resistance within them. That's I call inner resilience. You can do that, but if you don't pay attention with your self-care and you're going and working all the time, then you will regret it. Okay, that's why I want to bring it in the same sphere. I also do. I did that 1 week of how can you really be aware of where you are, health and wellness wise. And I provided them a form where there's a self-assessment of themselves. How is the medical history? How is that past family history? How was the allergies? What are the medications you use? What are the conditions you have? What is all that? And also, what are your current numbers? How is your blood sugar? How is your cholesterol? How is the kidney function, liver function, like that? All the numbers from the lab test you have to gather and put it there. Then you will know, okay, this is my primary diagnosis. This is the reason why I'm having this. And how can I reverse them or prevent them from complications or cure them completely? Anything, whatever is possible, you should be in charge of that care, right? That means you should be going to the doctor, you should be getting the test done, and you should be really assuming a responsible way of assuming the doing things for your all the preventive maintenance, like not once in a year. You should be doing almost every day this kind of thing, because we have the modern scientific breakthroughs where a lot of blood tests also don't have to do by puncturing you and taking the blood. It can be done at the hospital, but you can do a lot of this monitoring by your phone just by touch, right? Where the apps are there. So that kind of thing, make use of it. Measure what is important for you and really monitor that on a regular basis. For example, blood pressure. You have a high blood pressure and you were told that this blood pressure is high. Monitor it. See when it is going up, what are the aggravating factors, and correct them. Commonsensical, right? But we don't do commonsensical thing. We kind of allow these conditions to simmer under the hood. And when they show symptoms, then we go to the doctor or hospital. Stop that. This is the time when you can take advantage of the scientific breakthroughs that we are having, the technology, AI, and all this monitoring, and then really knowing how you are, where you are. That's important. We even have devices that you can wear and go to a remote corner for a jogging. And suppose you're going to have a heart attack, few minutes before that, it will warn you, and it will also warn the 911. Then the 911 will come to you very quickly. So it's not like you're lost, but you have to employ these devices and apply them in your regular life. That's what I'm trying to tell you. And in that way, I'm going to elaborate a lot of things you can do with AI as a patient. As a doctor, I'm doing it as a patient. And also, you can find out about your problem more, and you can monitor it more, and you can know, you will be warned by when things are out of whack, and then they will let you know and seek medical help. And that is something you should start doing it today. Otherwise, I don't think you are being smart if you are not doing that. Okay, wear a watch, wear a band, and then measure your steps, and all of those are simple things. But measure you what are the health indicators that you have. So first, for that, first to take a self survey of what is going on with you, either from your medical record, from your doctor's office, or by going and asking doctor to help you with it, or just be educating yourself and getting those things done. Okay, so there are a lot of things I need to talk on the AI. Prepare to come, and I'll be happy to talk to you about it. Okay. Um, Anybody has any questions, you can come. Oh, Peter is there. Peter, come up. I need to talk to you. I was trying to communicate with you by sending some message, but then that is hanging up. I think that glitch is not gone. So I have to contact these Mumbai people and see what's going on there. I reinstalled the app, but still it is doing. So that kind of thing. Look for the AI webinar. It's a master class on this particular way. Imagine a patient, whoever is the patient, me or you or anybody, how can he assume, you know, um, a responsibility to monitor his own health and wellness? And so that's why I said, how can you incorporate AI in your health journey? It starts with where you are, what is going on with your body, with your mind, and with your inner emotions and all that, right? You don't have to show it to anybody. Just to take inventory of what's going on, what you think needs to be fixed. The older you are, the more things you have to take care of, right? But the younger you are, you have less things, and then you understand what is a good way of preventative maintenance every day. You can do that now. That's why I'm saying you can do that without really spending that much money. And all you have to do is program it such a way the whole thing is like I'm wearing the day band. What it does is it kind of takes all these things and is simultaneously logged into the iPhone, right? And so from iPhone on the desktop, I can print all my data so it gives me what are my vital signs, the pulse, blood pressure, respiration, and temperature at any given moment, and also what are the blood pressure variations from the normal, and what are the irregular heart rates if I should have any, and how I'm breathing, and how am I breathing deep enough or not, and also how my temperature is responding to the weather outside, and chemical results like a blood sugar, cholesterol, hemoglobin C, all those things. And so you can, some of them you may have to do it by yourself by touching your finger on the, on the watch and all that. You can get those. Then for that you need separate apps probably, but they're altogether they're not that costly. You can have them. Otherwise, you have to take the car and spend the fuel, go to the doctor's office. But now it's not there. So it's a very simple thing. If you are not using it, I think you are not very wise. I could say that. But if you are using them, monitor the values and generate graphs weekly, and then arrange that way. Those graphs are going to your doctor's office. So things like this. But there's so much more. How you prepare for your visit, how you generate questions on your conditions, how you really prepare yourself to go to the doctors and ask all the questions that you want to ask. Okay, it's a self-educational, self-responsibility thing, right? So that's what I wanted to say. And if you are satisfied, then I will hang up in a few minutes. But be warned that I will be on the next Sunday night. There is this talk on the um, uh, COVID. But the day before Saturday, 9 o'clock in the morning, I have this webinar on AI use in your health journey. That is where I'm going to explore more. I'm going to give you more details on some apps if you want, and maybe I'll give some prompts also that you can use to get the benefit data from your chat GPT itself. Okay. Prompts are the commands or inquiries that you feed into the AI application LLMs, and they will go and find the answer on the millions of documents that they have on every matter, and then they will go through it, and then they will give you everything. But everything happens so quickly. But how you ask your question is something I'm going to tell you. What's the proper prompt? How do you have to design it, and so that you can get a lot more. Okay, you'll be surprised how much AI I learned. I'm learning still, but very useful. I'm really having a ball using that. I'm not against technology, but I don't want to identify myself as the technology. Technology is a tool that we can do it, but it's not going to solve the human problems of suffering and all that. But it can help you to free that time so that you can be on the spiritual quest. Okay, so then you can understand life better, and that understanding resolves your problems or gives you the inner strength to handle the problems better. Okay, so look for that on Saturday morning, 9 o'clock Central Time, New York 10 Eastern, and I'll be talking to you on the webinar on this topic, AI in your health journey. Okay. So, Peter, are you coming? I wanted to talk to you. So, yeah, there he is. I didn't mean to put you in the spot, but then I was not able to communicate the other way. I was going to send you an email. And hi, Peter.
Namaste. Namaste. Yeah, it's been a long time since I talked to you. I've been busy.
Yeah. No, I tried in that DM where I go, and the moment I click on anybody, it is hanging up. So
I don't know what's going on with that. Yeah, it's really weird. I think Daryl can fix it.
Yeah, I should let him know what's going on here. So I kind of deleted the app and put the new app, but still the same thing going.
Still the same thing.
Yeah. But I'm busy with my project. So I was, you remember I told you about I'm going to pilgrimage, and then I did talk to the producer, that friend of mine. He made 55 films so far, and he's a very young guy.
Wow.
See,
is he based in India?
Yeah, he's based in India. He's working in Canada, and he's a terrific singer, Peter. So he came to the the OBN, and the way he was doing films, socially conscious voice. Yeah, that's why I loved that. Because he's not just like make money or do whatever nonsense. He's not like that. There's a meaning, substance to his movies. Yeah. I have not seen them, but the way he described them, he told what motivates him and all that, I was very happy. Anyway, I have two other people. One is an actor, another is a producer. They are close friends of mine. One of them is my student also, the multi-language person. So I'm good. I had to reach them because I was busy with things, But this man, he took my script and then he's reading it, and he called back yesterday. He said he did the first reading, and he told me he will go to 2 more readings carefully. And he said, so far very good, sir. And it was because the whole filming starts from me here. What the theme is, a modern educated physician getting some benefit from the ancient wisdom.
Ancient wisdom, beautiful.
And it's not about just repeating it or converting to religion. None of that. It is about how are the modern problems are helped by the ancient wisdom for this doctor and for his audience, for his patients.
Fascinating. I love that.
Yeah, and then these 5 luminaries, if you want to study them by yourself and do want to get the sense, it will take several years, because it is, but this way, I want to be a sense of this teaching and a sense of that, what is applicable to us, and then do it. See, that is the essence of it. So it starts with me starting in the United States, and how the problems of entrepreneurs, problems of modern IT people or doctors, everything is kind of gets the, solutions from there. That's where I'm using them. Like, for example, I say, you are not your mind, calm down.
Right.
That's not
because it'll arouse people on an energetic level.
The whole thing is not about us. It is about how can we reduce the suffering that I see. Otherwise, they come to me, right? People go, oh, I'm burned out. Can you help me? Or I'm stressed out. Or my marriage is falling apart. Or my health is not too well. I'm not able to sleep. All these problems I see here or anywhere, right? People call me from India and calling from here too. So then I said, why don't we do this? Instead of me giving so many lectures and still people don't get it, I want to make it.
Yeah, and I think you'll definitely reach more people too.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. The idea
Those
is,
who are ready to go
yeah,
deeper, they'll go deeper.
yeah, help them to find a simple solution that they can do by themselves, by understanding themselves, and really understanding the whole health system is made to reactionary, sickness oriented. But I don't want them to go to a sickness. I want them to catch much before that. you know.
This is very exciting, though. I'm excited for you. This is awesome.
Yeah, that's the one I told you. I want you to come as an editorial and all that. So yeah,
yes.
I think you call me at your convenience, then we'll talk about it. Because, you have my number 563.
No, I don't. Hold on. Don't give it out to everybody.
No, that I don't mind. If they want to call me, they can call me. But I choose what.
I sometimes, all right, 563
357 8786.
8786.
Yeah, that's it. Give me a call, then I will answer, and then we'll go from there. Okay, everybody, that's about it. And I also talked to Peter. That's what I wanted to do on this call. Thank you, and try to join me on Saturday morning for more extensive discussion. I will give you a plan. I will give you a map of what you can do with AI so that you can use it for this health journey of yours. Okay, it will be hugely helpful for you, provided you have discussion and then you really go through the material with your provider and then form a nice plan that is not, it's more than diary, it's more than documenting your chart. It's like 100 times better. Okay, and done at a fraction of the time if you follow the some of the things that I'm going to tell you, and so that you don't have to spend a lot of money, but at the same time you can engage those apps, free apps, lots of them. But if you want more, you can pay for it. And I'm sure you're doing some of that. And then, but oriented towards the health journey, I'm going to focus on the AI. I'm not going to go much deeper than that. Then hopefully it will help you. Okay. I'll also give you self-assessment form, which you can do it and then do further. This is all done on Zoom, though. So register and then come there. Otherwise, you may not find me all the channels on that day. Okay. Thank you, and I'll see you again next time. Bye bye.